Hello, all out there in SIGT land, and it's time for another one of Randy's rants. I'm your host, Randy, and this is my rant. The gun industry and the gun community as a whole has a bad image. We need to correct that. We need to become ambassadors to the shooting world. Each and every one of us has a part to play. Whether it is your TV personality, a YouTuber, or just some schmuck down the street that wants to show your friends your new toy. And toy. That's another thing. Guns are not toys. As much as we like to play with them and say there are toys, these are adult toys. The original design of the gun is to kill. And we can use it for other things. But let's face it, they are death instruments. And we need to treat them as such. They are designed to kill. So, yes, they're not toys. We may say that this is my new toy, but these are adult toys. They need to be in hands of people that have knowledge. So, how can we be ambassadors? We need to teach something that is ethical. Ethics, something that is not a law. Something that should be done for the good of whatever you're trying to be ethical about. Hospitals have ethics, doctors have ethics, contractors have ethics. Everybody should have an ethic, this kind of underlying unwritten rule about how you should present yourself and how you should act. So let's go into it. Teaching new shooters. Biggest infraction I see is the finger on the trigger. All right, gun's clear. Alright, I've got my new gun. Check it out, man. I'm going to take a picture of my new gun. I'm going to see. I'm going to put my finger on the trigger here, and I'm going to look like a badass. Bam, I'm gangster style. This is stuff we don't want to see. We want to teach new shooters. Finger out of the trigger. Finger off the trigger, finger out of the trigger guard. So even hovering like this is kind of a no-no. If you're out of the trigger guard in IDPA, that is actually legal. But it's kind of nice to see your friends when they're done shooting be like this. I've seen people at the range, they come up and they're all like this, aiming up on their shot and just pulling their gun up and getting ready, and my finger's on the trigger the whole time. Anything can happen. Somebody could bump me, something could happen. Best thing to do is aim up on your shot. When you're ready, pull your finger down, bam, you're on target. Finger out of the trigger when you're done. I've seen a lot of people, bam, they take their shot, they drop down, oh man, did you see that shot? I must have missed that shot. And their whole time just pointing the gun at the ground, pointing the gun in all these general directions, not really aiming at anything. So we need to be ambassadors. We need to tell these people how they should shoot. It sucks because you got to be a gun Nazi and nobody wants to be that guy, but it's better to be a gun Nazi and have a safe range and a safe shooting trip than not to. Let's all also talk about what this gun can do. They're all lethal. There's no more or less lethal guns. Even BB guns can kill, and pellet guns can kill. Let's all be mindful about how we represent this. Yes, it is our hobby and it is our sport, but we need to be that ambassador. We need to be that ambassador of goodwill. People know they're dangerous, and people all have that persona about them. So we need to kind of go along with that and be respectful, be mindful of the dangerous toys that we do play with. No, they're not toys. This is my hobby tool. So, let's talk about the context of our conversations. People that are not gun gurus or sports enthusiasts as myself and others out there may be watching this video. The context of our conversations. The people that are not us, I call them gun muggles off of Harry Potter. They have no clue. They know what a gun is, and they kind of know the outlying shape. That's about it. They take bullets, they shoot people, and they're bad. Well, let's be mindful about how we're talking around gun muggles. Jokes, conversations, that type of stuff can be misconstrued as hard facts. I've often heard the same joke. 22s are not a real bullet. Well, they are. They can kill. And we need to be mindful about how we represent that. Yes, 22s are dangerous. All we need is some kid coming up on a conversation or a joke saying, "Oh man, I'd take 222s to the head over any 9mm," and they turn that into, well, that's a non-lethal bullet. I should go out backyard and play with my friends and shoot 22s at them. It would be a fun time. No, it's not. So let's be mindful of those types of things. Let's be mindful of how we represent ourselves and how we represent the shooting community. I know I've left a lot out, and maybe you can help me fill in the gaps. Next time you take a shooter out, watch how they shoot. Be mindful of what they're doing and how they're representing ourselves. Yes, it's kind of a shitty thing, but we need to take responsibility for everything and everyone around us in the gun world. I'm not taking responsibility for that shooter's actions, but I can take responsibility for my actions and how I represent myself around other shooters. I want to have a safe range, and I want to have a good trip. So, can you help me? I hope so. Otherwise, we're in a lot of trouble, and our Second Amendment rights could disappear really fast. Thank you for listening. This is another one of Randy's Rants. Happy shooting and safe shooting.